you can unlearn lack. And lack is that feeling that you have where you think you're not enough, or you don't have enough money, you don't have the abundance, you don't have the correct relationship. That's because you're carrying around an idea within you that you learned that told you you shouldn't have all of those things. Now, the only reason you would have that experience is that you have yet to accept who you are or discover your authentic self or begin living the path that was given to you. And I do know this because that's what I wrote earlier today. I put out a message saying Wilhelm gave us the path to your personal success, but also world peace or global peace, because we're all creating energy within ourselves, and that leads to how we're forming our lives and the world. That's something that we discover over time, and Wilhelm gave me the way of understanding that. And I learned lack because it was so challenging to become my authentic self. It was challenging to accept my uniqueness, which may have been the same for you, because we're not going to look like anyone else. We're not going to do anything else in the world that someone else has done. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to do something new. So when I started finding that Wilhelm was giving me all of this information for years, more than 36 years, I couldn't accept that. How could that be happening to me? How could I be healing? How could I be understanding things? And that led to my lack, because I couldn't then command the kind of money that I should have had for what I had lived. And this is the thing that I'm giving to everyone else. I never want to see people move through their lives and not understand who they are, not being able to own their worth. And obviously, my life path was to bring in this work through Wilhelm that could give more people the ability to do that. And then what it also did, it showed me that there's alignment. There's alignment within you energetically when you were born. There was a reason for it, and the time and the date and all of it. We don't always know that, and over centuries we've been discovering things like that, and it was shown to me in really surprising ways on the same date. And today is August 13th, and if you read all the message, you can see there's a trajectory there that brings you to an arc of understanding today how valuable you are. But there's one that came through because there's certain periods that are a little have a little more energy to them, and 2020 was one of those years. But I'm just going to read this one message to you. It's in the thread that you can find on my site, Any Advice for Today, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit today, and it is this one. And it was given on August 13th of 2020. You can unlearn lack. You are doing that now, and yes, we mean you individually and the world at large. When we say lack, we are not only meaning money, but also innately inherent, anything innately inherent to you, which you have not allowed yourself to have, such as your talents and abilities. It took a while for Roger to write this, as it is uncomfortable for him, as we hope it will be for you. We say that here, for when you understand the meaning intended and decide to adopt it, you will accelerate your evolvement in this life. First of all, it is essential to remember that you were born limited. Yes, we wanted the emphasis because too many of you judge yourselves when you discover things about yourself, especially what you consider to be failings, and you think you should have known this before. If that were the case, there would be little point to you having a life at all. As you study that dialogue, you will find some peace. We will use money as an example simply because it is a measuring stick Roger uses to ascertain whether or not he is living up to his potential. Roger was introduced to a company by his mentor, which we have mentioned. Because Roger has full belief in his mentor, he jumped in wholeheartedly. Roger then began presenting the information to others as he felt it could aid them during this time. You all are experiencing some form of financial insecurity, whether personally or from your world. Last night, Roger decided he would try this fantastic product he was touted, but not thoroughly investigated. As he did, he found that it delivered all that was promised and could even provide him with financial savings and a manner of expanding his business. At the same time, and even after his investigation, he felt that the thing you all do and say, and here it is, this is too good to be true. That is the statement, belief, and emotion you must unlearn. And that's what I had to unlearn because it was too good to be true that I could have lived this life and developed this work to give to others that they could become brilliant. But that's what I've done. You'll read the article and you understand more. But you can unlearn lack of anything. See you soon.